Don't watching Mama Ha, Mama Global Strong Voice Networks. Munyabema or Hinipo Visa. Moho, the Omechi, Bear now train now to me, and yet to say Mr. Oti Bonsu, an apartment at OC, I had 10 apartment at OC, or I didn't got no ability, no. I had Vice President, yes, a 10-story building, Vice President, yes, a mirror Baumia, and Ninabema Ramadan family say, a Yomodia, Intino, or an Saturday and I go, I had a chain, Cosiada, and on the machines basis so a big boo dino. Now I didn't buy no be a candidate in Krata be PP, Oti Bonsu, Clemisa, any dear cancer, Abura Madame Musa, Yomodia, some not all court to say. Now at some see, you know, George Oti Bonsu and Casa, and Oti Bonsu Abba, ne Ghana for New Year's in Baby Dinkomo. I bet him a coin of us or acquire property, no, ne, yes, where you or so near my singing, and Oti Bonsu Nangsa, ebe tunenum tu abekasa ema obia atin na men semre men saka unu Shaibu Hamidu Lasisi a boy member of Strong Voice Network no na say una ma solid TV eso a ene Shaibu be didin komo Shaibu e mo achi
me yo se safa boko na
shia say ya shia na cancer
o me ya shia good I say I can say asempa ban fa ya anhia abone de be hia akwata bushia wo there so many ways I can bushia bum senya wedding ana be ka bushia na yi ntino nanka na e wisi say bia ke be hia na cancer wa but ene aja power that room ntino ya ba be hia
o buy when your opportunity across rounds o hwe nyema ye bugu no e den na ekoso otu
safo mayenchia ahwefo a mo hwe Strong Voice Network ne kan che mo say obi anya subscriber on subscribe
and here papa no
you chess about 90% of your regular viewers subscribe enti enye bo apaya ya nifa so enti e ka so wo hwe na subscribe very important say you make sure safo me be do am you aho because me kai say me try say me see fee from 2006 e be sin
we
me nu ba bia kwa me nu ba bia me say Oti Bonsu adu safo say obi benye sika agene se bi onfa mo ahubra na all the sidan amobi enya baabi de ntiato na obi fi se owotumi okosafo e yare hosem ni yesu so ni afapa na ke o se we nsapa because nipa ko yes had no safo wadi bone bat kan kusi baabi se asante o kasa bi se ye ton tumi a ton ma me ne koje na se onye tumi na wa hye mra se obi ma me o fi bi onfa ne nko eni bi na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. If the information I'm hearing is true, one in a year and na kunta, or my exhibit Ghana for. But meaning say the bigger power no lies in the hands of Ghanaians in Ameboa on the 7th December, or my executing it properly. Shabu,
me say assassin, dear, as a court amount to me say be claiming assassin. Seka project also there nka wo mu eno aso be call nipa no so as court say assassin media so e dan no either be tutu anase kwan obefa so a anase kwan obefa so a o de wo assassin anase wo dan no befa so no hwe ne fafa so ba we de bibia sense e ba ne say
safoi asante o kasa bi so se be se panic ni ahan ye tase ne ban before safoi hwe ade enka we say e si ye no ana e de an litigation between two ordinary Ghanaians and can handle a different. But we seen a baby sit between two political one political party in the year mami you know.
Okay.
The case we know.
Yeah.
Come Abu Ramadan and Imam Samuel Bamia. Come the smartest way of make my resolve. Share power more sharing point 7 December no. A year more expensive than certain apartment we see. Tidiana commitment say come on, hear my information when what you could have done is say you sit down with Mr. George Oti Bonsu. Papa, ya court media. Mamin trial danica and famo. And now say, Yenchim Waboka, Miss Maboka. Near Shannon, and now say, Ibia also Odia, Miss Media, and a young farmer on mine. Be a judicial service who say Ghana police service who say ambulance service who say security service no and I said the show mine say kwa mine be fa so bia no command betim dia na ka be property ma on mine safo dia si no asua onye
nipa so na kasa o me yi ade aba me ba be kire onema George contribution na o yema NPP 2016 2020
safo the open say asu anya nipa e be fa no ho na nyame amana da ne bonka se nyame hu so mo menya pumi na de o meye e de ache Ghana fo na nyame de saade wu atwe o maso e ma Ghana fo ehu de da ache ebesi na sebe mpeduasa akwa ese we kwan mo fa so mo touch buildings na oba wo so building ne fon baabi no we pulling it down the aka no untim nya no hwe just be a pull the entire building down now started from the scratch akwa ese abo akotre a on ne mako hye obi amakufu mu ana kotre ne maame e hye ne man se mo wi makuru ana ne man bu so na maame ade a o se anwi enye de a o se anwi no so da bi o nya ne de o e ya buro ntim ya wi enti ni se Mr. George Oti Bonsu obe so onabo ken na se no ye na bro building no ye de ensa kafa ne adwiri se de be ya de aka no untimi mfanya so you start from the scratch basafo o hwe ada ye te se on be pull this facility na se indeed se omo dia safo kaba now no and come up pull all the structures on the building no, on the plot down na bia masesa ayi bia bubu no akuba bi ne bia mo so ma start but the fee say omno mo nsa be kan be touch buildings no part feel no yehu omu bia wa na kese abro ne tumi no me o ma say dem o ma den di ade ache ba asafo ade esi ye no ho e kire say esi an MPP ni panini because per my check me information say Mr. George Oti Bonsu hu say ade no say ka say esi say di esi na say kwa abonten a party ni begu ase enti odwane to man panikofo o man panikofo efre the vice president no or fed man the chief of staff that Mr. Ferowale efra bu Ramadan several one pick over tell ko say asem say na ba te bramian tra say nkasa say ye fu ba akuma abu Ramadan antie ena obe pool building down and let me tell you something abu Ramadan fee say this time no waba MPP mu aba benye sika the MPP be go on fa ho sika nya no wo ko back akọ fund ni PNC
say Ajafat Ajafati kan say abu Ramadan ni MPP ni ba ogu MPP ama
ogu MPP na akọ back battery ade safwe yes say konfo na watra yare for my konfo ba beto ye yina yipo na e mo dibone seb mpeduasa abu Ramadan ade oyi wogu ni aba ni mu ase wogu akonta ni mu ase wa konta ko petumi sei hwe ade oyi tuure imanye say Mr. George Oti Bonsu seb wo so okwasea wo so do MPP obato aba MPP George Oti Bonsu na yire beto aba MPP ne ba beto aba MPP na busia beto aba
ma wo hwe o mo
ye ba ye na labor ni o se o medu o mo gije ne phone gu da wo se ha no da ne nkola school bags ne books nyade ye say no to fees on no wajim so beto aba de MPP enti ade a wo ye no Dr. Mahmoud Bamia defeat na wo pe na me ka say asu a enya nipa be fa no na nyame amana dar bonka se wo ye sutina ana fa nipa nyame e kire ama Ghana fa hu se so munya tumi a enemo medana di da me ka se ho enye mfula na fo ni nyina na omkura bad intention ba akwa asante achima gugwa mfula na fo ni bi o ma fa otra no de wo na ntwe no right so bokwa akọwe kuani no e bia ne nkuruma na watermelon na buru ba se kuani no nya de aba ekoka na ntwe no penefula ni na twetu e kire tumi be di manfo sema de o ma be de chen basaf ade we so aikoso kire se hisia MPP panini party
min twa no we eye Edra Secretary Dumase constituency my picture ni
can see
na Bamba okay anima on George Oti Bonsu ni hwe aha nyina Edra enipa ye de beto screen so ama obia wo hwe bia no enya bi Edra Secretary constituency honi video insanta de we otime kra jarabia buta and they are
Muslim community
yes we enye omo kata omo tena so bomba friends
omo kata has been ebini ana Mr. George Oti Bonsu ekodu no
yes
that's Mr. Oti Bonsu
ono angasa ni Oti Bonsu na angasa ni
so MPP new
yes enema we wanchi constituency eno so eni enema wo yema wanchi constituency so ni aya assignment constituency assignment so enema wo ye honi aya dom kwabenya constituency ahanyo ne enye onobo adwasafo ni we mu nyina enema wo nyina aya enema George Oti Bonsu eyema in 2020
ana osha
adenta constituency
safo osha Mr.
enema
constituencies na
so eni aya swami po de me amedina hai me ne Robert Saturday anumre be ye 4 igina pick up achi ene ye call round say honorable Kenneth by cancer health work on your honorable chairman Sabons, Koya health work. It's in the whole Swami constituency. Yeah, because I get in so honorable can buy you free Swami pet and yes, I did any chair as Swasi and yes, I Koya health work no. In Sioni be Pierre Cosubian, ne Oti Bonsu. Some more share, make or pickups be Nick Casby or say, or answer on the bed, my called Jubilee House, the Quatsray. I lineate the better screen so my for near Tifunina and ya be ashe. And it's a nipper way, contributions way, Edma where I say gate constituency. Or no, or yes, animal with the NPP. Nasa BBC, Nasa Yentiminant Nasi and Casadia. I mean, then you know the entire way no woman ya crobo.
Omo value Abu Ramadan ne ba buy 2016 just 2016 a chain Mr. Jojo Tubun so matra party asafo na me ka don Mr. Jojo Tubun so no nyame asem anything enye kwa reason of fair ka che say yen tone down na enye
hanya Jubilee House
yes
on cars sanso
cars Mr. Jojo Tubun so
1 2 3 4 5 7 cars
yeah
and a sanso emu tundra emu Land Cruiser and what say and every constituency Ghana ha what the especially of our constituencies no hon wo ye adwuma more edema party no
safo na make say de asi no e kire say
enema ni bi ni
just
na create nuanom krem for tena so bomb by o task ba buta eho enema okoyi no foforo eni
safo ye kire say ye kire wo say ba bia ni ye hwep system na hwep Ghana phone na MP phone na so monko ye campaign man o George Tibo so o ma oso ye de ekobo apen de Japan nti e ba kire ba bia tumi no safo let me tell you something ade we o ma ye no ho e bia Ghana fo ye na ye tia na ye ntia se safo ade we e wo consequence and e bedi dem e ka kire obi se chinanko so mampani ana power ne se yem support ni person masiwe na se wo a wo si dan baako se wan ko support na ye be pa bu dan ne yagu enti ye de hu adan we o ka bia safo ka bia no e ye hu ne ye de to manfo tim se chinanko if someone is a leader if someone is a president if someone is a have a say in the political party no ka se ye nkonko ta we yachi na wo mane a we can even come and kill you over the bia adan no mo ye no they be safo they just wanted to put fear and also to send a signal to some people say china yes ye nyina ye ko benkum wo de se wo yima obuya du na sa wo ko nifa ye ba be usie and so for a car say me so ache Ghana for say honorable Ken look at how this man is very tough so no ko yetima en hu nipa say ya o Ghana ni no where lies or life ye bit ma che ni at this man to ni ato to go tem ni okun hwi ensi
be 2 weeks na Oti Bonsu sha say o frefre oma no mu di honorable Ken achi a o co election o lucy no mo bu afu no wa sha say from one after the other and no more kasa bloggers a wo share omo individuals a wo share omo wo mu nyina no mu nim ana
safo de the bona me say ade omo ye no ye na ye ntia but the e ka kire wo ne say next time she nyina ka se ko ha wo ya kwantan kra me ma me because be safo mi sa Oti Bonsu nipa otimasi sa da we see no e bia me na nka bia bu ba akora bia ba na bia ka me da intensive care unit but entache na nka no ono kwa ya ne say ya se me se shaibu me dan ye ba ako na me si na se be ka se bia mo fa ha me ka se me nkwa na me de mania ko budie to Mr. Joytu ka say eh ma nkwa BBC bit ma to me enti bibi edam bi e kan bi no me say de e to Ghana for de etrim na ade na MPP so aye no it is going to cost them but they don't know.
I think na MPP for ebe cost MPP.
The entire ebe cost MPP ni say obia pep e fia sumdwe wo mu na okwa akotena mu but say ne mum na kwa mo say yemra mo nche no say mum yenu mo ko a ana say asono mienu ko a na mu homa e okwa ya say kwaya na say nnua na homa na the impact bi on they say MPP mu e che say peace ni wo ye Ghana ni a enkoto o ma MPP for peace ni wo ye Ghana ni a esa ka che o say per the Dr. Mahmoud Bomeka no we are vice president na we need to me mpo ana na konta ana yire tima sadwe esa ka che Ghana for say mamon to aba maye na nya tumi a MPP ni kwa ni say na wo ordinary Ghanaian enti e pame
am say abonya no anka wa on finish
enti e pame Ghana for say don't vote for MPP because we are not serious, we are not united. When you give us the power, we are even holding a position at the vice president, and this is what we have done. when if I become the president and all the powers vest in me, I'll do more than this.
Baby, so I say me now. Answer now. Obey here. As I'm baby, so I say. So you Oti Bonsu 2024. Then I'll be. So subscribe to Strong Voice Network. Subscribe to Strong Voice Network. Ne share, ne for comment, bra. The back in Kaya, I said the two screens on my way. Baby, Mr. Kofi upon brain will be an Michiano, Mr. Albert Ruby, and Mr. Jumo Elusini Papa. Yeah, Mr. Jumo. Minimum, I'm free 5 months. New Bagana, if US Bagana say. Ubi siabro we are 3 months pepe akokra so de atos nti Mr. Jumo bia obi ano nyankopon enjeche wo were emai afini Mr. Kofi Dogbe Albert Broby Prince Tete Jimmy police officer over bronze also ye da bia obi ano nyankopon enka ho afi SK so ye ni bakope also US say ya nyamyadma this week and go back to Japan ti SK bia obi nyankopon enka ho mama hwe Miss Juan Ifura Evelyn oh New York Evelyn bia obi ano echa papa yi chabu now we Oti Bonsu who sponsor and conform ko gina NPP dinimu eto eniema t-shirt ni ade emanko fuska som fankoye elections in the name of NPP so we Oti Bonsu 2024 ya ye omi e den also we
the make man say mebo am NPP opposition
oh samom
ni akọ restart party no because ade na o dan de achem so Oti Bonsu e kire o mo say tumi kaka na e wo no te nyame boa na se ye wo 2 minutes na be Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye sworn in January 7 2025 why Mr. Oti Bonsu ye come kwa ogene finisem into the meet man say mebo na the party na co-position the party na co-position the leadership of the party then become the general secretary and party chairman no masha are set party no aye reconciliation na say be azanfo agana one chachafo edu mawura party ni mu eni also eni MPP ho azanfo adoso party ni mu or the lecture omo family na yejba Thier me busa say Ezi Dombo omo party ni the late down Rocha omo party ni me busa say mampeni ko for party ni na safui party a ye de mra eye adwuma ntia yetimi gina party ni mra so na national executive committee for omo pame Paul Afoku omo suspend Kwame Japan omo pame Same Crab no ade abu Ramadan aye no ka o say ko MPP ni ko omo pame no ade chama wuntumi ene ada painful so ntoko mo kuna Shanta region no ka chama wuntumi yobi aka ba na ke so ma suspend no Mansha South organizer or no ko threaten chama wuntumi no a ko wie ko land MPP ni Mansha na ka so mo suspend no wuntumi aid a threaten the general secretary or da so na mo Mansha South chairman so no akan sem bebre so afa regional chairman no
abokan di KWAKUMENU kwa Japan proud to the November 4th election nene ya be PM ewo ability ewo East Legon na say sebi enye Kristo ni afa akene ke o say wensa obohwe adan poly edua ni kwabrane se wonsu nyankopon no aka ni nyina gu from simply because of say okura power best a week ni ana ete say Mr. George Oti Bonsu nipa ba ko a oye campaign finance honorable ken na dwumadie ne dan a ewo East Legon ability ya de a yaanum aba bi dwura gu fom na ye pe yaanum ko kan tin no na kama ko ese eye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho kani en nakonta owura Abu Ramadan ono fi PNC ebe kan na meka da obi a free PNC ba MPP no he has the right to own properties in East Legon but Mr. George Oti Bonsu almost the MPP from 1992 BC and there they don't have the right to own a property but then no honorable ken ho na down for pa ne bibia ne or baba addressing some for near the free mu eba and penny said the all quarting the all batting do jaw nothing to do with mama the correct picture of the AC sasa saying dia saying dia so no fee say be MPP ni ana pete mu asase penny said na hokwa na Abu Ramadan eno nia ba Samira Bawumia o masa aso fa no si dan maako du e woso no enche press conference but before then me pata me Frank and then etwe komo Frank akwaba
me ni ameje so
we are Frank and then we are for Ken
yes
me say me ordin but we share Frank who don't so ordin papa we are for Ken and we are for Ken we are for truth
justice for all
and ya cause we be defend on Ken dey ensuo mu awia mu enkwa mu wu mu ya be defend me say be an say politics mu wu a malaria kwa bit makum and when you say the truth na so wu a boni bi ani Frank uba ya abuhu say adan beburu etu na kwaye fa so dismantle dan say ye dwiri fa de aka no wo de ahwe enye na
yeah
say ana hu ye no hu ye
me nua Shaibu mama fanchi akese ema Strong Voice Network ahwefo ne atifo na menchia ye papa Kennedy akompre kwa Japan adofo a mo wo Ghana ha ene wiase nyina ene ye wo grounds feed gadochi na eya reho nanso minim se de Kristo bewu je wiase nyina nkwa no saa awudi sem we a akoso wo hai ba be ma Kennedy akompre kwa Japan aba beje Ghana because okandifo a ye fi se tumi kura omo a esese omo de boy ho ban na omo de boy japade ho ban no saa kandifo no omo de tumi no eji japade asay japade asamso akumye. That is not what we call politics. That's why I always say, before you handle a political power to anybody, the person must have a political knowledge, because nobody with a political knowledge obey to me as say Adam Kurama Kuma could do say this is not demolition. Who told you this is demolition? When you hear demolition, we should call a spade a spade. Or the boom half. Look at the buildings. All the buildings. Yes, it said the boom in such a way say no building can withstand. So say you hear demolition will kromuha and kada way now it will be completely down. Enti say proper demolition say near yano. Yayana na jo 1 o'clock. And I do 1 o'clock near demolition. Shabu, would I match now strategy? Me buy me share that go round. Every idea. So I heard that we are. We say you break it half. And that we are. There is another building. And now they don't have access to go. So the only thing they did is omukobu war way actually. And omukwa say bakune way actually no. So now there was another one there. And they couldn't get access there. So you can see say and I know single-handedly. And they realize say they have to speed up and go. And do you think say nature will forgive you? Do you think?
Court am to me. To whatever you want to do, you can come and do.
Minia Shaibu.
Frank.
We are politician. Was said the say Obeshema o manfo asetinam at home. Let's take for instance say all things being equal, assassin and yet Mr. George Oti Bonsu there. But look at the stretches. What I ben or this see dino. Or sing young coupadrom, what to quine aqua manone. Na okoye no ahokyere a ofa mu no okoda bia ya na ye frɛ no shelter obi na asie ye nyina ye te kurom ha ye ka kyerɛ Ghana fo sɛ munim dia makosua na brokyire no momfa mra na ɔno de onya ni sika no ɔse ɔde ba besi adan ama Ghana fo a omunya baabi na Ghana fo a ho kyerɛ omo sɛ either short stay or whatsoever na nkama ba beda not for rent or sale or any profit. Enti ukura asase ya wode no we are in election year. What
your election simu emra nya adwuma
wode ma me wie enti mpodo ka se okay kaya yefu agukromu ha omunya adwuma nya we should call a spade ye ma me Samira Baumia ne tribe they are the kaya ye tribe mo ka mo se ma yenka we speak the truth. Ada no be asantini or ya proud to say asantini obi ya kramoni or proud to say kramoni obi ye pepe ni de oka na ni buafu etinika go to Accra at night kwahwem ya ya nipa ededa
Frank osha the information is Mr. George Bonsu Krampo edwa na kotoa penikufo emama penikufo etra so intervene MPP is this so mum penifo party ni mo na
oh Shaibu unse all the time me kase emprempre NPP party no ayewo no empanimfo na omudi party na anim no omo kapre omo sempoa eni party num enti emform ho ebegu engu omo te say Bible mu akorafo mienu a omo ba omo wo ya ba ko ba wu ye no no omo preba ko ho no de onim se ne ba wuo no e ka say ene yenku akora na yenche ne mu mienu but de ono no wo abadaye waso de yema akora no ntena se eya dan a abofra ne nyini a ye nyina ye betumi asoma no
fra mu sa osembe ye be to aba nyambo 7 December
yes
MPP mu niema ekomu se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or ne team and Mr. George Oti Bonsu kwa Ghana ni ne kwa beto ba to abama MPP
ebeden. And even this fight is not George your papa George Oti Bonsu eye Kennedy akompre kwa Japan yase wo pa sama ka kire Nyankopon wa na o ka kire mfrema eye Kennedy akompre kwa Japan tia
anasa building him say Mr. George Oti Bonsu dia na si de na ekofa Ken bam
your papa George Oti Bonsu nya no yonko brebo ne Kennedy akompre kwa Japan
Ken sika say mu campaign oboa
yes and more of ni one hint here because you see in politics a politician must be a businessman or supported by a businessman. And they knew that Kennedy Akompre Japan is a successful businessman with a successful businessman as his partners.
And he said, Ken who here, then MPP reconciliation or moya no emfa.
That is the wickedness of their part. Akwaya say yesi akurabi wo ho. Ono no all cow no na ohuhu. Sa bi na MPP 40. Omo ahye that the reconciliation no kata Ghana fuani kata Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan wani aya asa omo pay asem but sumase no omo kuye let me take this opportunity to tell every Ghanaian any Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan fan and supporters say what na ho na wo ye MPP a ye papa George Oti Bonsu party financier 1992 sika oyi ye enei your papa Bawumia and ne kura bini account because we are vice president we know amount of money you do to yaoka even second lady yentuaneka about the same otimi benyeska. Why don't we speak the truth? Aya dan ya nyina ye bewu no kura no ye beka mo pa munku ya ye nsuro mo kura bo ntumi nku ya na mo kura Nyankopon ama mo mfrema mo home mo da ma de pache mo na ye beka no kura no ye bachi Ghana si ho and you see the NPP party asikafo animdifo di omokra eto homa party no ena ya sala ne omu nyina wusa na make say name panimfo na omu di party na nim no obi aka prenim na hwehwa abu dantam 1992 ena wuyi $3 million a nka obetena se yenye we wo 1992 ena $3 million esika ketwa no no yembisa so mo yesa no kapre ben no mo yiri MPP party
so because has Abu Ramadan become so important in MPP Mr. George Oti Bonsu ana
Mrs. Sa Brantia no kraya na me mpese meti ni din na it's like me gen ho amenti ase where from he PNDC not an MPP just that Unuaba abaye the second lady so you can have a power to mobilize military at night not one time not second times several times what enti dia omo ye ni nyina no yama me Samira wanhunu. And you see, I used to blame the president of the republic, Mecca, because you are in charge of the Ghana Armed Forces. So any military action, you should know and address it. I'm going to try first, second, third, and one tiana.
So Omanpeni said data be science and data be a bunny table.
Yes, I go through the public. So Adentia as a president, Utimitraho, ma ye ufanancia, ye say. Meanwhile, 2008, 2009, 2012, 2015. Wusu. Sa financiers you be kani. Now you are more kani. And that there, way so you didn't see it.
So a young one say indeed say assassin or modia. No one sabe touch if you sad and be seen. Ma assassin so America be ye clear near fast so assassin mupe.
That be you. And ya assassin or mupe. Eya bro na ye di diu ye kire wo se omukura tumi ye kire wo na nkoma pani dada kofo aturi na yesi asem num hwa shabu ba men kire wo asem back. We had this information long ago. Enti I decided senka ye na ye papa George Oti Bonsu enye interview na ye mulo the news. I say, oh Frank dabi party no ho donti na asem no kra no bompani dada kofo odo party no na nixika wom sadia bible kaya no babia wajapade wo eho na wakoma wo so he is not wrong because 1992 Chairman Rawlings pencil who doesn't know Chairman Rawlings who 1992 better political party even the 1992 elections look at how it went. That's why I may say everybody must learn political science and can know kuratumi a utumi nya de wo ye no the party financiers no bisamo omo aka so omo widiem.
So no yes I we say be deter man for from say be honorable Ken call the next contest as for about on board.
That is it. Who said they want to break him down?
How?
Who said the fact is politics is money. It is out here this philosopher political philosopher Kamas or say politics and wealth they are intertwined, they are twins, they are not separable. You cannot separate it. And he said obi equal elections are what you supposed to do is two things. Either you destroy person's integrity or you destroy the person's wealth. These are the two wicked acts in politics. If you're able to destroy the person's integrity, that is all. In 2008, NDC was able to destroy integrity. So when they were praising Nanado, say oye to trust them omwade or arrogant no. Now Professor Mills ye praising as God. So what you say? So at Ghana for assume. So MPP realized say no, they have destroyed your integrity. So let's rebuild it. It is all here from 2012 going on. You see Nanado dan Kwakufuado drinking pure water, ice water, and calipo na odi body apesi. Yes, and that here okono mo boka.
Frank,
that's for papa.
STRONGVOICE NETWORK. Idea ye wo by bia Mr. George Oti Bonsu. Baba and some for mo hu say. Idea the pot in the course. You say the all quarting, the all batting, the jahona ten to do na ye Sasa di na dia ana se obi asase na down no fi se bia o sika no be si wo so no kra se asase no akokko to da oto fi nsem na obakoso atena MPP mu ana DSC obakata no MPP eto nkwanta o mapai enche team no ay set ya o ma address central me gidi se o ma address central fa ye go hu DSC koso ane stay with this channel STRONGVOICE NETWORK ye hwe se bia ka mo message ka beti ma boso e de amamo na afin so no ya def I find it kind e de SCA na maninyo what say Ghana will never have Fulani as first lady in Ghana and it will never ever. And I was saying Mr. Oti should tell his followers should not vote for MPP. Okay, Obiso Eddie and I was saying if Mr. Bonsu advised my family and friends and my workers to help bring the party to opposition. Okay, Frank, General Messi, I can say,
okay, I say, NPP for opposition 2024. That is the Black Star and the Kanye. Still no votes. Yes. Amma Francis, Justice Ampoma. Still no vote. My NPPs doesn't know how to handle power. God is watching all of us. NPP is dead party. Shaibu, you are right. The party need to be reset from opposition. Watching you live from Italy, Verona. I say, remember to guard your privacy. Okay. I say, you touch Mr. Oti Bonsu. Then you are touching Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Japan. So far, these are the messages Yensa Aka. Okay. So, and I think the program will commence very soon. So, sir, yes. It is Oshe ground so ha Panimfua Bebre Abba. Ye take it up the program. And che ya Papa George Oti Bonsu be addressing the public and every Ghanaian. Oshe adofua ewo ha kuja bobo adofuti enya de ketwa eya reho. In fact, we must speak the truth. We should be nationalistic. Yeah. Adia bakwa omo ye and say adia bakwa I always say is the Muslims, the true Muslims in Ghana here. The genuine Muslims in Ghana here, ekura akumapa. But yase batakaria dosuntino, yehu kramu papa eno na amana abasa nka ye kan kramufuo de a they are the one of the peaceful religion ever. And adia ba ko amepa omo asem ye adoye ene ahumobro. And the edi adanse se enkramofuo bi mo afra ese enkramusom eye in the month of Ramadan. Under no circumstance a Muslim would do any harm to a fellow human being in the month of Ramadan. Under no circumstance. Enti ene had the grounds, okay. Enti me handle power to Mr. Robert Tetefio, an incoming MP, yes, an incoming MP. Mr. Robert Tetefio.
Me da say, me din ankasa ne Robert Tetefio ajase. O say incoming MP me conteste Lower Manya constituency seat no. Na ne nti a mo be hu say busuafo nyina de kojan ne ne mabobo muti ayekura jalabia ene carpenter anase mata eya Muslims ana yenua nkramofo mo kobom paya o mo use ni say mo hwe dan a esisisi ha ya yebubu ni nipa kra yebu ni dan ni din the Mr. George Oti Bonsu or a businessman. But upon the business no not support MPP party papa. Me say me come me mabaka sam chire mo a me share say wo baby na ye papa we through Honorable Kennedy ohene Ejapon and saw me fin nti say na mafifi na ye de bibi say abeye na ese me church media mu anase me church o mangana bibia na ye free 2016 and o share ase tama na Muslim community no omo bo omo mpaye no aye friend akom kire no that time na ye campaign Mr. George Oti Bonsu etuto niema we jalabia ene keta omo kotoso ene ne eya omo wia omo dis buta ene ho niema me Robert containers aboa and as a contain the number of containers a papa we ship by because vice president office because first lady office because second lady office because president office and echo all over the country all the boa party no ema ye winning power. You win here so no answer how 2020 osan ye the same na oye no anyama Christians oye ma ye ankasa ye nua nkramofo na ye nim se nkramofo de se ye akonkyere a ye bompa ya ma oman no ma onuado ene bako ye na se akonkyere mu na ye ankasa ye nua kramoni timi ba na otimi bebubu the party financier Mr. George Oti Bonsu ni story building na oye we si maku do 10 awen simple sanka or rentio and I say or ton do si say anyanye bia say obi ba man mu na bebi odi ni tubeto and ane ho akire na obetimi amani space ama we di 2 weeks bia na say 3 weeks bia ansa na wanya baby nipa say oye we nyina in the name of the ye party any Ghana na yetimi bebubu ni dan say amenua me no ugina ha ye ntimi top rocks be say 10 impo na so obi etimi esi dan we na de hye nyame nimonyam na de hye party na nimonyam na san de hye Ghana nimonyam na ebibubu a nyam party mpanyifo me su aka kire mo say yanum binum na George Oti Bonsu so e na yetimi fight ya mo kai 2016 near me Robert enemy team me ye wo Volta region ansa na yetimi win power o hwe near me ye nyina enya ma ho de na miniska eye papa we ya e na boae fiti ha kodru sechere edwa sechere odumase na ye nenam ene car de bia uhu say branded car free education ti for more for nana free education ti for cars mako 6 ni nyina no eye George Oti Bonsu ene e de chair party no say emfa nye campaign aden die mbone na waye nti ye ka kire chief imam say chief imam ne ubani bia ba ye nie ye nyina ye party for na ne oye onhwe nyame anim din se fata se dan ya esisi ha sei otimi bebubunu na otimi fa ne ho so dia George eni bibia aka but ordinary asem nyina amanyame na enche bia nyame bedi na asem ama no medam ase nyame hwamo.
Hello. Yeah. enti minim se ahwefo a hwe we ayarehosem papa say a party financier. And as I used to say, ye ka kremusuma ye pe true Muslim. The Muslim is a title, but ye ka true Muslim one obia odwen yonku nipa ho. And the Muslims are omoye true Muslims are ya interacting with them biano, even to extent of say omo essay a japadia etese. Minim nipa obaba behunu sa japadia we ya party nti ubeka say oh enya hwe. And you see, say yet your maimu na ye yes a party nti yanka no korea. Or my no there we should forget it. Because you get some party communicators, party for soldiers, wo warrior suku wo per juma wunya binye. Wo ma e per juma obunya binye. Abatu odura ne ye 100 cedi 200 cedi na dia hye wunsam. Obi atini sika sidan se Ghana fo a mo ba bebo bra won kran. Na munya baabi na no momra na momfa muti meto. Nanka even po se odifo asase ne nya ne de. Nanka wo de hwe adan na wasisi no. Wo se ye ebu abesi abusunya asase. Na wabusunya ha na wabusunya etiwo.
Uni ma de. Obi o Ghana ni a wo tie mi. Ese da ko na abo achichide etiwo. Ana akoso gina ho. Ana ese chi achichide ne kunu ne tutu no fa ne nkwan. Ajide busa akose wate ajide tutu entu ye Ghana ni a Mr. George Oti Bonsu ono aboken kra omu ho den yetimi sa hade we ba bidina na wo ordinary Ghanaian aya na obi ka say oh ana he's calling on the regional chief imam na nasa chief imam say be nipa wo say on kan asem no is ebi kwa say omu nyini so kramoni papa enti eno de asem anasi ana wo hwe kwan ya fa so yebu dan ya na yebubu aka che Ghana for say ye na tumi na de ekura
yes
but ye ka che say nipa kon say tumi na nkasa so kura Ghana for nyame bo on the 7th of December na sabi obi ye pam obi no so obi apa bi afa okafia emuju they are just telling Ghanaians say MPP emunju
yes
because two leading MPP people Mr. George Oti Bonsu be himself from 1992 wa fan the party no Dr. Mahmoud Boymeso from say I didn't buy party man we also the party also playing the part na mumie no mo ko a mo ka Ghana for say munye siri o mo to aban you feel hode enjo but Mr. Abu Ramadan say if it is true so on be yes adena hwe on hu ni say adena na konta na ekopede abafie no eso chance buildings we
na shaibu
ade oni aba ekopede abafie no this how ba be sad mag na Ghana for and ka issues that will be a say MP before omo arsenals no omo de kwandi before so and omo jaya omo discuss Mr. George Oti Bonsu Dr. Mahmoud and omo chief vice president obaka say encourage you but can bibi e de ache Ghana for this sec mpanimfo omo party mu say and manimu ya omo ntu omo na ensi asem no so na bia say kan obi abo omo nhwe say bia say nipa be wude ka sika nimgu ase na be omo fami so Oti Bonsu obo ka say na omo hwe no de omo ntua ema no na asem no enfa enkoda kra because MPP sabi ma ko election in 2012 mo boka egui mo sa ko 2008 mo boka ehye se o tua dan we kana asem e de na asem akoda enka mo nye bone but se o yes had we just to deter people from say o me ba bonte ba be sponsor on aboken na ye kan hwe o mo say almost the party na the co-opposition na Ghana form mo nche
oh yes
and
yes.
So the party no co-opposition the next contest uni CEO uni minister uni DC no ba intimidated delegate na hono medmaga sa contest we ye kwa akobo no na referee no ono an decide in the park but ye kwa akobo no neutral grounds so dia hono be hu de be sinti party mpanifo o man panikufo na adan kwakufo ado chief of staff that omuntu omunansi asemi so na omunfra fo anumie no sebi petemu asase na okwa Mr. George Oti Bonsu sebi mpedua so o more dam sa asase nya ne dia no si mi si dan ma ko du e de asi so meaning asase nya ne dia also feel say what proper document among family ya say oh a party makoma ni ahwe ni esi can ni kwan say baba du say baba bi en MPP kwa kodu e ka me say penini fi ana penini kwa kasa obi anti
na shaibu wonim say the way ya papa George Oti Bonsu si do MPP no wa hu no me onike ne dia compare kwa Japan the same thing though asem we wa hu no ya na minim say me papa George Oti Bonsu mpese meka but meka ho kakra
so ni so mpo ba kan dia
ba o de meka ho kakra
ya fa no pompo
hwa wa hu no ope MPP asema to the stand that be 3 days and say baby bu dan. Ofre me Frank. Ama ye bon omo tu me for. Kire me said ye party no almost started ye. 1992 eka omo abodi mu botaya esi party na ni so a epese Ghana every ohaw ne amane mu. Na in fact owie ye no na I was even convinced. Na in fact na madika nya hint. And na mi say daddy na eda no kra wa he. Also Frank with the empadimfo e ka asem no ntu die jai. And na when you free ho. Sunday I am a change. That is the first video I got. In fact, now I'm saying, wow. How can a person be so wicked? Wo na wo pe political power no. Nipa no ordinary sika na ho den ni nim de eboa wo se wo benya political power no na watwa wo ho ese no. Na se ya papa George Oti Bonsu mpo ne ye de we yaye no a. Yem bisa ye ho Ghana fo, especially Ghana fo mo wa brochire omo ni bie. Ye de aye omo because of power nti obi asuro so obeka. Where this is not a single idea amoyo. Enu nti aye to Ghana for say even in a political year no political party will do this thing no matter what. Because in the political year after few months to elections obia party bia sonson ne ho not to the extent say obeye sa adewe. And moreover nipa no kra no onye for profit for oman no hodo enti say ye wempo nanka ye siesie ye nanka de tu say MPP aban asidan ewo Accra Hakra friends ability East Legon na mo pe ba bia da bia for free campaign message ben na anyway chabu de ka kire me campaign message ben na anyway ana wo de mposi a ka say oh kaya yefo ana Ghana fo a motu kwan aba Accra munya ba bi na momra meda ha free campaign message ben na anyway
me free say on says ba bi adu no akwese besi panic ni ha ye set ase ba ni fo ba bi adu say MPP mpani for do omo na si asem no so because asem ne ko no na edi Ghana fo timu de say the MPP is not ready to break the 8. The MPP yanto abanti a omo enti ye set party mpani for me free say na adan kwakufo ado obe person be hand over e dey ma Dr. Mahmoud Onye aye no a ne vice ade we ebetimi ebe ha adwen ebetimi ha adwen enti no me say be previous we esikabe we ayedi ade enti ade na si party ni mpanimfo ni o mampaniko eda so te ase na adan kwakufo ado se bia presidency kwamdia chief of staff eda so te ase animanimu ya se enye bo apayo na mo se bia omo ye na aka cha ono abo ken na kita for say you have the power there. What prevent them from sitting them down say na ekase no abo shabu mami misa o na even Abu Ramadan e bia ono so interest say by be do no ogu MPP no san go back to the PNC anya sa na mo obetu ye no say bi ehu hia because oh ye demolition what ka be budan bi obebu tregu but what touch fa no ja say dia aka huntimi ya akwate bi am 50 series na ma pepe na ate wo de no untimi fine ya hwe isi ano de waka agu form no Mr. Oti Bonsu pa guess obuni na agu no started from the scratch and
asem na wo kan wa no MPP should interrogate that. They shouldn't take it lateral say ebia ebi mu na akɔhye da Abu Ramadan na chi amana yesa to destroy NPP because they know definitely say ya papa George Oti Bonsu ekita dom in the MPP na damfo enso so na Kennedy akompre kwa Japan ye nyina ye nim so na bo Kennedy Japan so de ekita dom. So when it comes that way definitely to affect the party and party should take a critical look of it and then make sure say they will call Papa George Oti Bonsu, then the matter should be solved amicably.
Yeah, I'm saying here on the press conference about starting to enjoy the feed in the life.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. So the people you see here I'll allow a self-introduction from my left. So we see the various people who are gathered here this morning for this press conference.
Good morning. My name is Chief Alhaji Yusuf Idrisu, Chamba Global President.
Good morning. My name is Robert Tetifio Ajase, a brother to Mr. George Oti Bonsu. And also I work at the Jubilee House, Office of the President.
My name is Ben Kusi. I'm the power of attorney holder for Anokwe and Twaka family of Teshi.
Abi Manuela Adum Tete, representing the Okongwe family.
I'm Joseph Niakwetaye. I'm a principal member of Okongwe family station.
Okay, my good self, I'm Benjamin Danso. I'm a partner and a brother to Mr. George Oti Bonsu, and right on my left is Mr. George Oti Bonsu. This morning we called you here to lay the facts bare to the many stories that you've been hearing and the different sides that have been told. The many sides that have been told. So today, the 22nd of April 2024, it's a press statement concerning a demolition of 10 houses, and we stage is setting the record straight. There have been various accounts circulating in the media regarding demolition of the 10 buildings. It is imperative to address this misinformation. Mr. George Oti Bonsu acquired the land in question in 1992 from the Anokwe and Twaka families of Teshi. Subsequently, the Accra Boy Doku family obtained a Supreme Court judgment to which Mr. Bonsu duly atoned tenancy. However, litigation ensured when Winchester Empire contested ownership in the High Court, Tema. Concurrently, the land was also under litigation at the Accra High Court. Amidst these legal processes or proceedings, one Hajia filed a case at the Adenta Circuit Court. Hajia applied for an injunction to prevent Mr. Bonsu from proceeding with his construction. Mr. Bonsu's lawyers entered a conditional appearance in the Adenta Circuit Court case and notified the court that the ownership of the same land was in dispute in a superior court, that is the High Court. The High Court in Tema ruled that having given Mr. Oti Bonsu permission to proceed with construction, a lower court cannot vary that decision. So Mr. Bonsu proceeded with construction as the court directed him. The case on the same land at the High Court, Accra, against Mr. Bonsu was dismissed and all parties were advised to join the suit in Tema. Hajia, however, secured a judgment in her favor at the Circuit Court when all those involved in the litigation were also in the Tema case. Upon learning of the judgment favoring Hajia, Mr. Bonsu promptly filed a stay of execution and appeal. Concerns arose regarding Hajia, supported by Abu Ramadan's intention to demolish the building unlawfully because they claimed the land belongs to their sister, Samira Baumia, the second lady, prompting notification to the Inspector General of Police, IGP, who deployed patrol team to ensure law and order. The CDS was also informed that his men were being used for unauthorized land activities. Former President Kufuor also intervened, asking Mr. Fredowari to engage Abu Ramadan. Abu Ramadan told Mr. Fredowari to give him a few days to speak to his dad, who wants to build their family house on the land. He proceeded with the unlawful demolition without heeding to former President Kufuor's advice or action through Fredowari. The demolition was executed with excessive force, including police and military presence, forcibly entering the property, confiscating phones, assaulting individuals, and preventing residents from calling the police at 1 a.m. Sunday, 7 April 2024. We possess evidence demonstrating that the court did not authorize the said demolition, as Hajia's team was duly informed of the pending motion in the court. The unauthorized demolition underscore an abuse of power, political power. The time and day of enforcement of the possession order itself smacks of illegalities. If they knew they had a genuine right to possess the land, why come at dawn with policemen with no tags, name tags on, and also vehicles that had their number plates removed? It will interest you to know that the police service sought clarification from the Adenta Circuit Court regarding a stay of execution, leading to the decision not to assist in the possession order. The involvement of individuals in police and military uniform with Abu Ramadan's team raises concern about the rogue elements operating outside official channels. If the police did not join in the possession, which individuals in the police and military uniform joined Abu Ramadan's demolition team to the premises? Does it mean individuals have their own police and military men who openly defy the orders of the IGP and CDS? Are we safe in a country where any individual can run his own police and military? Is the Ghana Police Service saying that all the street cameras from Majirigano to the Jubilee House are not functional? It is surprising that the National Security hasn't begun investigation into this, because this is how it all starts. If not contained, it could lead to something more disastrous. This time, they could mobilize 30 men to demolish buildings. Maybe the next time, they would be emboldened to mobilize more men to cause more mayhem in this country. We are all aware of the rebel and terrorist activities in our sub-region and our neighboring countries. Hajia's documents on the said land were purported not to have been given to her from the two sources, the Okponwe family, Ibrahim Brobe's company, who is Ibrahim Jaja. The Okponwe family affirmed that at the time of Hajia's purported purchase, a court injunction prevented land sale due to family head issues. Furthermore, the document presented by Hajia contained forged signatures and pertain to the land outside the Okponwe family jurisdiction. One Sarah Fokua alias Mame, Jaja's former wife and Osomampe's daughter, said she told the second lady, Samira Baumia, through Ibrahim Jaja's company, sold it to her. At the time of this sale, Ibrahim Jaja and his company had no right to sell land for the Okponwe family. And as said earlier, Okponwe family land falls outside the jurisdiction. Official documents from the Lands Commission contradict the search results presented to the court by Hajia and her team, indicating that fraudulent documents were presented to court, which we will prove. We are all aware of the housing deficit in Ghana currently and how wide it is. Therefore, who in his rightful senses would demolish such property except for state power and political expediencies? We call on all state agencies to investigate the above demolition exercise, since one Charles Edem Adugo, lawful attorney of Hajia Aisha Ahmed, said on radio, specifically at Sempa FM Ekosi, saying on the 8th of April 2024 that he was part of the individuals who carried out the demolition exercise. Attached are the various documents for your perusal. Now, in my hands, I possess here the search we conducted at the at the Circuit Court Adenta, dated 9th of April 2024, which we asked whether the court registrar sanctioned the supposed execution of the court judgment that took place on the 7th of April 2024 at 2 a.m. They said no. Whether the supposed execution party of military men or military officers from the Ghana Armed Forces were accompanied by officers of the court to wait a bailiff. They said no. If yes, they should kindly state the name of the bailiff. They said no, they were not involved. Whether the court or deputy sheriff authorized to carry out execution of judgment, etc., on a weekend, specifically 2 a.m. on a Sunday, they said no. And on the radio interview on Ekosi saying, they said they were accompanied by police, and they mentioned the head of Liga, Director General Liga and Prosecution, to be the one who gave them military or police personnel to accompany them. Now we have in our hands a search by the police, which indicates that the police also was aware that there was a stay of execution filed, but still they claim that they were accompanied by them, which we doubt. Now this is how it also went. We read, whether or not the judgment was and has been delivered in the above mentioned suit, they said yes. Date was given. So whether or not an application for writ of possession was filed, they said yes. Whether or not application for writ of possession has been granted, they said yes. Whether or not a notice of appeal has been filed, they said yes, it has been filed. Whether or not a stay of execution has been filed, they say yes, it has been filed. Any relevant information, they said no. Now we have in our possession an official search from the Lands Commission as well, which nowhere from the PVLMB, which is the commission itself, to LRD the Land Title Division, and SMD, the Survey and Mapping Division. All these three areas, there was nowhere captured in it, as purportedly said by the said Edem, that they have a land title. Nothing reflects so. It is the grantors of Mr. George Oti Bonsu who have their name reflecting in all these areas. Lastly, I have in my hands a ruling delivered on the 26th day of January 2023 in the High Court, Tema, yes. Now, it will amaze you that Hajia is the 5th defendant in this suit in Tema and was legally represented by Samuel Kofi Nati. Samuel Kofi Nati represented her. Now, I read, this is the ruling of the court. It says, once the Superior Court granted 4th defendant, it will interest you, members of the press, to know that the 4th defendant here is Mr. George Oti Bonsu, permission to continue with his development on the land, and based on the order, the 4th defendant continue his project. A lower court, in my respective view, cannot purport to injunct him from going onto the land in dispute. The 4th defendant may therefore continue with his project on the land if he so wishes. Meanwhile, the motion for leave to file statement of defense is granted as prayed. Plaintiff is given 14 days to file a reply. Suit to take its normal course. Judgment granted by Justice Emmanuel Ankama, Justice of the High Court, Justice of the Appeals Court, sitting as an additional High Court judge. Now, this was delivered on the 26th day of January 2023. So the question is, if a High Court has given a decision or has given a remark on a matter, how then do a lower court, a circuit court, come to vary the decision of the Superior Court? Thank you. We'll also Mr. Kusi so we'll also permit the families to give you their version of the matter, which will also give you a very clear view of what the issues are. So Mr. Kusi from the Mr. Kusi beka twi en worry enti ni amaka no a obebo no tofa so or the betwa so enti Mr. Ben Kusi me mbra na Mr. Kusi be Mike no ewo Mr. Kusi bra me fa mbo ta de no so ansa So Mr. Kusi represent the Anokwe and Tiaka family. And Mr. Kusi we are one way for so beba Mr. Kusi.
A friend Ben Kusi said a medical can. Now we a businessman and I'm saying we work construction company, namely Bendi Pacific Limited. And a family be a from ni Anokwe and Twaka. I will teach you. Almost the Ajengan of Walk Court 1992. Now the idea assembly say a hanye Ajengan of War assassin. Na hayo tano. The idea assembly na family for from Accra Boy Duku family. Almost a case as co-defendant. The assembly 2015 and a judgment by the judgment and by a comma co-defendant no say utano eye omodia na emum eye anokwe nto akafo no omde asem ne baaye no omatena hanom for decades nti omo sa plan omde baaye no yenye composite plan now yemo omo possessional interest our possessional rights nti omo tifiri akrabo doku die no na nti family no eti omo ho ase omo nyina eteshifo ntokwa ni omo ntam nti ko ba se ya betwira ha nyina na fitafo na wa na Mr. Oti Bonsu aye fenso e wo ho nyina se nipa ye ne dia na wo mra na ye hu ni documents dem sa Oti Bonsu bai e no de ne tete documents a ye busua no de ama no dadaada ansa na ye court no e de be kire yin ti ye de kwa kire busua fo mpemfo no mo se no kore ye na nanu mo mawu no bi e na sign e ni ma mensa ne aje fie no enti ye ka kire ne se je se ye sa ma no paper foforo ye kire se abusua na nya judgment na gina tum enti ohu abusua fo no utieska emu odue ema abusua fo no na omo sa ma ne krata enti ye ne abusua no any police the true petition call headquarters no my police in ebe tu fita fo ni nyina ifra asase so e ma Oti Bonsu se onye na dwuma enti ogusu onye na dwuma e de enim se asase no enye obi ade a eye anoko ye ntoaka ne akorabo doku ene wotumi e wo so ena omsa Oti Bonsu so ehu se akorabo doku fo atima ye title no osako hu wo mo esa age krata afoforo efiri akorabo doku fo nti asam ni tenteni ni tia wo nyina ne se asase e gina so yi Ghana ha baby a records nyina wo eye lands commission uko lands commission ko ye searcher aha asase no eye anoko ye ntoaka uko line title akorabo doku ewo title ho the say busua mienu ya ye court ye judgment tia agere Ghana fo no ye na aha ye dia aha nye upon we for asase ye no mbo hye be nuru ha enti kakra meka nyina ne se asase we ya yede ma Oti Bonsu no ye dia ene yede ma no owo nkrata nyina kire se ye dia na e court no e wotema yede koma ye ne akasa ye lawyer aye Farouk Seidu Alaji ya odi anim ene ye judgment no asem no tu kwa chai one justice waka baby owie no na ofiri ho na ode ma Justice Tanko ya ne we high Supreme Court judge ansana Justice Tanko so de ma nti Farouk e fare ko tema ya yedi asa no tema no obi so about say ajenga na for de ma mentimedia na eno so yakọ ho wa Accra because try that kam kodi adanse ewi ase no judge ne say se yedi asa no tema de emfa ni nyina nko tema haji asoso e de na sembaye eno so ye ka say omu nyina mra tema ya haji ano ni power factor ni holder no so ene lawyer nyina abatema nti ye nwanwa say yanka mi shemu na tema judge so amatumi se misabusu ensi ni dan if you say otofri the rightful owners no na haji akoje judgment abrasem no nim se ye di wotema no obekọ court kituamu akoje judgment say wonya judgment abraye nim ho hwe tie nim say default judgment omunya e no e no mo say ne judgment no by test what's abebere Mr. Oti Bonsu Mr. Oti Bonsu be ka kire ye no ne esa ko ye lawyer ho ene lawyer file stay of execution ene o sa file appeal ya serve o mo nim ni nyina nti e ma wa say ene akoba say o mo sa e ba ha anadwo o mo di kan ba ha ena ye frame Mr. Oti Bonsu na mo so Oti Bonsu be shia omo no no mo kasa ya na soja fo ni nyina koe enti omo koe no na mene Alhaji Madingo eye chief yo hini ona ye aboko bi zongo chief osan ye wiase nyina chamba for president enti me ka che nam say Alhaji adi yakwe Muslim community enti ko second lady ho nene ne nko kasa pedi ampa Alhaji di o say yo ena okọ second lady ho eye current vice president Baimwane ne Dr. Baimwane yere ti Alhaji ko ye no ena one ne yere ko hia edi hu komo na de Samira ne Alhaji meeting no ekosi ye no me de be ma Alhaji no no aka na matibi se eye se omo be ye se adwuma ya ana se mi ame do ka kire me na making se adentina Mr. Bonsu nim se ha ono na ne ye konso o court dadaada na ye mara me hunu ena Alhaji ka kire ne se ye nim se ye wo efi se one hajia bi hajia no so ma court da ena ne na kola no so a wa man power factor ne oba court wo tema se se ye asem nyina akotema o ka kire Alhaji se so nim se Mr. Bonsu nim se ha o interest na one ye na eko a adentina ya ma me hunu enti ye nko ne samra bio ene be ka kire Bonsu oba ya obeka ne be am Mr. Bonsu ene Bonsu ye ne se ye san ko bio ye ko book appointment ono so ye ready so ono be trans ne ahia enti Alhaji ko ye ko hu no ma o hu se Bonsu dia no ena de asi enti na kakra me woka e fa asem nyina no me da mase
you better Mr. Benkusiasi you be ma upon way for so anu kasama for so abeka kakra enti upon way what yes sorry na me papa so ntanase ni Benkusi two
If I say, "Okay, in here in introduction, I can show me Emmanuel Anum Tete in jail Oponwe. Noni I catch on here for Pepe. She was fair while I can be at the slogan. Okay, if you see something, say something. Care or search need last commission SMD B affected by a conflict application for Oponwe family with lodgement number 0025330/2017. Lele ni wana wale neke application ne Oponwe family land are registered in 1979. No one about if you are in 2017, Abasa register. No one I can no caveat, I can neke plotting akafe. What market waka last commission. Secondly, what I can be committee, Washikwa bone dale yo je na kanji no ni yo na kan no ne I upload me. Robert no hu sanuha Lands Commission, BNI, the police, all the state institutions. Okay, akwenoni afio ni wose ekafe na agba. No kada kan bi na fe eti no. Mene na no ni wona. Okay, Lands Commission bi ke police ke BNI ke menu ke wa petition eti abengo. Amechu he ni kwe wa afi bi ake no ni wona mene ne kwe wona Ejake upon which warning car registered 1979 is about 321 acres. We are the non plot here 2017 is about 603. I don't think I can increase so. That name where they encroach can be a better decrease. No, Nimga upon will be now 603 area. Robert conflict heniba sanibia ne ata o many afi na kan plotted activity in 2017 kodi akamadili eja ka eneme when na henu ofen wotra Lands Commission echu ni mi no ba wa fi bi no to ba na yo wo ke to akabi be na agba wo ke akrabo edoku be na agba eja ka ofen teshime ji wo Kesa nekoba oh nya wakwa abo no ba afi no wie ni sane ajo shije neke noko wo ba kwa press fa ake ame press koni no ni yo chumo ye neke application 2017 na here achu what afi ni ka boko ebe chu eni ne na gbe ne ka chu eja ka ni imboto bi ya fodo je hin mi eja ka no ni machine e komepo nya ma fi Wakabo Grefe nation against Sunny, all of us said the Abafi on it. No, I manager press. Or Bappy could you know. She no now you catch on your left hand, no mashi, no ni pedding cashier on ne. Aka was Shipon 3 Digio Pong is 321.2 acres, not 603. Now I are registered in 2017. Ake kedi inkene ba wane ake this one maka shi was sponsor bi eja ke mi inle shipon mi kwa ka mi ake nsusu he ni ke ni je enye ma fe shi meni le ni he nu chumo ni ji Lands Commission bi enu oke ke via te ake nye ka fia ne ke plotting nye ka fia ne nye ka me fe na me ke ne ke na egba ba sani ama me chu he ni ake lele bi ane na yo ne okwan we shipon ni lo Alo akrabo edoku no lo alo to akabia no lo koni twenjo laba shi enemele ke no ya ba ma re ya twa no man ya ba ne
Okay yo wabada maji yo waba ni akrabo edoku weku ehun aba fa amegbe amfio akrabo edoku. So all three families legally involved in the tussle. Inche, I think I bebe na bebo.
Acho mi ni oko usabu. Nje akraba doku family ni je teshi atreko weni. If I actually know when you are by way from the Agashin Band Manager. Ni Yeshiba me. You more like a mayor, you think I on you. Be mini or Mr. Bonsu, nearly Agashin, a crab of the Queen judgment, a band about 2 tenants in our family. Well, we will a handle with Agashin. I'm a Lagashin, I'm a tenant, near you are Mr. Mono. No maniaba, near you are done.
aha ya da mo nyina ase. I think say baby ayedu no ye be bisa say media before no. Okay, ye be ma yankasa ye papa. Mr. George Oti Bonsu. Adamu nyina ase ne oba be ka say fie fefefe amon abubu na ne fefefe say no. Nira na pese ene mo kasa. Nti edu ne so a opese one mo kasa.
Okay, so you bet here Mr. George Oti Bonsu. Interventions are any jumedi odi or they be prevented said the unfortunate incident na malinsi no or be bonnet offer. And Crawford new mudi nkomo, Crawford a friend, and Crawford confirm in Yama channel. And yes, a building keke, you name ya nice so.
Yo medical achia munina na the SE the SE ade bia ye nyina mfantu ye hofo a bit mato na se eto yonko a ofin se o de o ye free mo me hwe ho asem na nye asem hiama o man Ghana se obi betimi de mra ahye ne nsem anadwo akoye adwuma ne ono pede a na ye wo nyema pi da ye nimu a bibi betimi si e wo Ghana ha nti ye friends and shop form e ba ya dan na ye miankasa medan ba you say sunkwa ne ensu ade dan o bubu no something like say abu Ramadan who say ni din wo mu no who say first lady so second lady esu din wo mu no me sma papa wotiwe e ma ne ko second lady wo say bibini a me na me se omo ene wo nti ye ntena ase so pedan ko on fat dan no se me boa papa neti wo no you so obi gina chire no ko se bia mantu anamon bi se me MPP ni ese me ntina mai sa dia na wonya kro no wonim ne woka you say me tu ho anamon bia de go do president Kufu anim ama of Fred Owale say Fred to anamon wo mame ama Fred Abu Ramadan catch for the water say yemra na emeka ndi asem na ne fada o police na okoto obeto asase no na obebubu no na de si abusuafie em kan say mbe si abusuafie dia ene mo kan nipa na mo si fie no mo nche na makoma the power bit my no nti ye say o man Ghana say o man Ghana meme de ato me no a bit ma to bi anti Ghana ye say o bit ma sori anadwo national security ntimi emfa wo ma ya na sam media you a long way to go nti me sremu nyina say ana mo bia mitu ye by obia anka ho hwe na duru sa pempenso yi nti me damu nyina say me ka say me ka ma de achi na me pese me chise mo se mitu ho na mo by the to meet me no e na aye no ya mu nyina mo hu no nti me damu nyina say thank you.
Yo, and your media for more in place of in Yama Yebubu, Munina Munim cement board, iron rod board. Every single Adamu ye is under contractor, yetua contractor, or completing the full. Timua Mufa Muinishe Ujuma Muhui. In place of each demolition, 5 bedrooms. Inti mwa mfa mwenishe ejuma fe Abu Ramadan abedi monhwe. Yes, just last week also ma na week ya na also ma the Hassan Ayariga
the day before yesterday madam for ne APC friends APC party friends Hassan Ayariga na Ayalkof obame ho na ono no se de obesi a chechire mu no se o tie no de na wo kasa Mr. Bonsu ebia manyes can go for me na me de be san kwase ade we enyesa na tie kra e bi say abusua na area ha ye o mo dia nyina abusua me nsa na o mo nyina ni mo pa second lady o ma kire ne say mo ebusua miɛnsa no ho ana ɔtɔ afiri ɔmo hɔ ebusua miɛnsa na me person no kora da adi no tina ma ebusua ni ya ɔmo anyina ɔmo dia no ɔmo ɛwɔ ha yi nti ɔno nso ɛmfa ne dia mmra na ɔmfrɛ mo na mo nso mo nya adanseɛ sɛ Oti Bonsu ayi sei na ɔfrɛ ebusuafoɔ no nyinaa ba nti ɔno nso mfrɛ ne ebusuafoɔ na deɛ ɔtɔ firi no hɔ no papa no abusua na ɔtɔ firi no oni ɔmo ni ne signature na egu so ba ɔnsan hwɛ so ma no na efiri fa na gye etumi papa na okura ne krataa na ɔde kɔ court no yɛ family no ɔmo ni ɛso papa na sign papa no so ɔne tie ɔnso ɔnsan hwɛ nti metuma nsɛntwerɛfoɔ mfa tumofo na muhu ne ɔman Ghana yɛkɔ thank you. Oh, Hassan Hariga Ebaye no. Mema.
Okay, Hassan Hariga Baye no. O si Abu say omo friend is on betena se mo omo nkasa. No amba. Enti wamba no na ometu anamo ometu no. This yeye boa eni Hassan Hariga boa. This was the statement Hassan Hariga e ka kire. And they bizarre say na asem o ka oba obetu ebusuafo no. Now the Oka said near the signature no po enyo no. The one who has the lawful right to even annihilate land we busuani no. Enyo no ye nipa odi asase no so ma omo. Enti document ne ankasa no is shrouded in fraud. And we just want to let you know say we enye the end of it. We a beginning. We better hu bebre because ye njai mu. Omo njo aye so ye njo. Enti udi amu beti hu bebre enya ade a ye gye mu kra because Ghana na nyina ye dia enye busuaku kuma bi dia a omo ne omo pe no ne omo ka no na ejina enti ye nyina ye dia ye nyina bebo Ghana ho ban ene na ato yen ochine betumi ato onyonko da na onua da na oda because ene no ato ye no hu ni say feeling ni ye different udi hwe idea yeah valuation no over 60 million Ghana cedis over 60 million Ghana cedi na that form ala lanka yan fa to your one retirement. Imagine the people who have been employed to work on this almost omonsa ekomo by working here and no be atifie. Imagine the families that were assaulted here. The trauma. Yeba at 3 a.m. Ye di omwechi no. And you say ye di omwechi o. Ye say ye no ye rush ba ha no movie. Ye di omwechi from ahasa. Me boa mu ye video a circulate here. Ye Jubilee House e ko wie. Wo hwe video na, mu be say na as we knockout to be bubo ewo. That was the night and our president in the party. At 3 a.m. My name is Mr. Bonsu. And I drive here. So we followed. And you say NDCNEWS. And your party say cameras are ever from Adringa no ha. Sa kofa East Legon police station ho. Edisu sa kopie shiashi. Efa shiashi kofa 37. A kopie Jubilee House. Cameras ni nyina anye adwuma. Cameras ni nyina anye adwuma. Cameras ni anye adwuma. Now, you do East Legon police station no. The police who equipment time. 1 a.m. exactly. By 2, no more baby is
My name is Carlos Caloni, joining you. So I want to know the total cost in terms of damage to you, if you're able to quantify that. And also, you kept mentioning Abu Ramadan as well as the second lady. So I really want to know who you are actually suspecting to be behind this. Is it Abu Ramadan or Samira Baumia?
Two. I think when it comes to cost, we've mentioned that we've quantified our cost, estimating over 60 million Ghana cedi. Yes. So that has to do with cost. Now, when Mr. Benkusi was speaking, he did mention the steps they took through my brother here. They went straight to her. I want him to re-echo that aspect so that you get it clearly.
Hello. I'm greeting everybody. And Mr. Bonsu sent me to go and meet Madam Samira. And I called Madam Samira bodyguard. And I booked appointment with him. And we have met at some program under. And the result is where the bodyguard told me is why the time we know say Samira is the owner of the place, is behind it, why didn't we come to her for a long time? Well, I said at first we didn't know say she's the one behind it. So now that we know say she's the one behind it, we are ready to come and meet. We want to come and meet her. So they I book appointment with her on Tuesday. Tuesday I called them where they told me say they are in Kumasi, whereby the weekend they have come and do this demolition. So that is it.
And more so, when Fred Owari met Abu did not deny. When Hassan Ayariga came to us, he said he spoke to Abu on phone. Abu even wanted to come to him to speak to him. And he said they want to put up a family house here. Where family means what? You're like, where family means what? If it is their family house and their father wants to be the head of the family and they are putting up a family house, it comprises the entire family. And if not for state power, where would Abu pull all these men? Military, police, and what have you? Where will he pull all these people to come and carry out this heinous activity? What is our demand? Our demand is before the court. And we want the law to take its place. Now we have one who said live on radio that he's responsible for it. We want the police to apprehend him. And we take it up from there. Yes, sir.
Semeka sa semenka sa wa unim se sebe ade osi ya me tu ho na mon ko president Kofo o de ko to nanim edu ba bi kwa me se edan ko mpa omo fa nti me no obi a me no mpre hwe de aden na obabubu ade we anadwo. That means Canada Japan me kodi na chi no e na san so hwe wo nya aba ade ba bi ana ye fa manya me.
Ruby, it's a live. Don't worry, please. So your question is whether the president has said anything. The vice has not spoken. How much more the president? The vice, whose house we are beating the drum in, has not spoken. Yes. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions, please? In the absence of any further question, we want to thank all of you for your time, and we pray you carry out our story. Wherever we are called, we are ready to stand up to it. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Robert.
Try.
Yeah, abusuafo press conference na ana what say abusuafo miensa Mr. George Oti Bonsu ekere se oto asase fi omo nchen no omo aba be kasa di ho dance from then so anamo bia Mr. George Oti Bonsu etu ye say oko the former president John Ajekum Kufuor ho oko the vice president office more referred to Mr. Fredo Wale and afi so no penny ba ko mo fi say wada edoma no tutu ne enkramofo ano no so mo soma no e ma ne call o mampeni abedi eche ne ho kani enchen so abekasa and Mr. George Oti Bonsu was say ofi say ade ba ko aka ho bi ama sa boni we we akoso no eye say oko support honorable Kennedy Kwame Akomprekwaja because him say na system no nyina shepo all the government machinery omo sika say omo sponsor Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na emom ono de oye so ba be di honorable Kennedy Kwame Akomprekwaja pon achi enti no a free enene ochine kono obete a lot of commentaries a lot of ensema ebesi say the new patriotic party ba bia kwa kodu na sebe ya anka yentim NCC ntemu asem o mampeni Kufuor abam Mr. Fredo Wale abam na obi a onu free PNC eba ye oye more powerful na mean enye monwa if you say obi a don free baby eba 2007 2008 ono aba ba ye powerful no ko aba be hia che party pani bia ntenya mo se ne Abu Ramadan oye saade na omonka hunu se de ye ya nantwie ne podua anka ne to no anya de abeka konfo nsam da konfo obekọ na kwaku bonsam oja ato na onenam ho enti no so office bia ne na tumi kura wa ye wo ene up to bia the 7th December se beto aba ye to aba kwam na so wakunta kura wi no so decide so mfa wonya adwuma na de wo ye no o kan asem bi e de a che Ghana for already no Ghana for e do no abokan di kwame akompe ko Japan na mo ncha no so say 7 December election no e different from delegates different from delegates eduru ho a na makwa akọ intimidate Ghana for na mato aba e de amamo candidate na sebe ono abokan no kan asem wo say from omampeni a wonye ne ba bi ko Rollins abreso and start say we invest in Ghana. He has never been intimidated to say na dan KWAKUMENU na ban so na de bia meka say enye wonwa omampeni na do so na ba mu breso na say in his quest to become the president and ono aboken and the partner Oti Bonsu ma boka papa.
Oh yeah.
Na sanity na tim ko faja tabafira kwaye mu na obenye na onyina obeche ware
Shaibu and a press conference me are very happy.
Yes.
Say there has been some clarifications. Yeah. Because ebimo elenam social media no mo ka say oh dan na ya say no eyemra kwanso ene ye de say no enti say ya say no a ya say no wo mra mu
and ya say no mra mu 7 December say beto aba mra mu
beto no wo mra mu. Now you see you say otrofo o say ne dance ni wa broche.
Yes.
We dey ye papa Oti Bonsu na dance fo no omo a na yehu omo ha. And with the Supreme Court of Law omo eka no eno a ne masa abusua miensan to me say omo tumi ton asase e wo ha. And sa abusua miensan so aba bedi adanse ye say enya de se omo aton asase e de ama ye ma me Samira Baomia ene ni nua Abu Ramadan. And they are very dangerous a security threat and say omo aforge one of the families signature. Meanwhile none of them is aware. And if the office of the second lady, the second highest office in the country, to me forgery certificate eji obi ejapade ese no, then this is a national security threat.
And yes, unim Frank.
Dabi.
Akora ketwa bi no to na tiko etwam. Tiko on the speed is I was eh ka ketike na etwam because nyina be edwi. Second lady mponi na we be first lady.
Be first lady. So if a second lady can forge a certificate on a land title to destroy a property like this, then it's very dangerous. And this should be treated as national security. Oh. Though say papa Oti Bonsu no mode aye no. But we shouldn't single it out. Because ene ye papa Oti Bonsu na de aye no ochena ebeye wo. And Shaibu yenhwe se oda ho ahemachi 1 to 2 o'clock na waye japade ete se over 60 million Ghana cedis. Na ye be frau se ya se no. Se nyankopon na beba fia nye collapse no be collapse yawu
because so wosika me akaba na akokiasie
me say ya papa Oti Bonsu wa hu nyankopon odi na chi no oye nyankopon te asefo na ya kurampo ya nam na ya 100 cedi 50 cedi free ira
ya bugi hard best ebosome
awrade ya
na haso dan no husika no
na busu maw na bia husika sha obotom obekona ayi wadamfo ada se oyira ada obabia kwa akoyi bi kai wa ha obechina na sika esombo 60 million.
Dabi because asem no see we could atra bayi dom su
oh dabi
because it's a first lady, second lady, right?
Second lady, yes.
Say obi crazy su obi a obi dwan beto na wahwe ama
pepe
ya baso. Na asem say ya beto oh minimo mon friend Mr. Oti Bonsu ba over for kwaje na ma friend no.
Yes.
Na wo de otimi ka say when him so interest wa asem na I know ma na so.
Shaibu ana na America no who's the last na America no.
Power be swan.
Yes. Who's a YouTube wa ye. There were over 50 YouTube channels you betimi strike you because omo fire content. But o strike nipa no a. Paso be no benya no so. enti there was a time a channel a wo fa me content obegyina me channel ase ena all advertise say and ogu me channel na ni ma say o mo nko ne honko subscribe enti in fact me bufu yi me nye bi da ade ana me se me nye bi da say me strike obi channel why na me strike no enti me strike no sa anya ona no na enti why na ona no frame sa me yonko say Frank me follow mo papa wono kra we adwuma daily guide enti okay na oh sorry ehwa na me ko release bibia na me de man you ahun enti say problem ba na obi frew won say eya simasia because of dignity nipa no nti no ka say we de won say mpanufo wo baby say ya say enchene anko ba bia ye die say wa hunu enti nka mo hu say ya George Oti Bonsu no we de papa kafra we de yentena se and even to the stand of mampani dadakofo ya papa fra do ware
wunim analysis ni na no mun share we for can another strong voice voice network
yes
and yeah the press conference na be
yeah
e free ne o chena na o chena chi kono ombete
yenka
ya be ko mu twi
sa pepepe enti abusianfo mo man fa mun si ha